Balnakill Ceilidh Band came to London between the wars and were the first village band to be recorded commercially. Lucy Farr, though never a full member of the band, played along with them as a girl and shared their lives and their arguments about the interpretation of a music that was never written down.
Is that it doesn't matter where you get those tunes from, what player or what part of Ireland, they all sound like Balnakill.
Back to Balnakill we
Back
go.
to Balnakill. Everything goes back to Balnakill.
You can't help it though, can you? It's you know, it's where your roots are really, isn't it? And you know, it doesn't matter what sort of music you hear or where it comes from. Instinctively you will go back to the way you played it. I don't think that there'll ever be a sound like the Balnakill sound. No matter where you go, or who you'll hear, or what bands, I don't think you'll ever get a sound like the sound that came from those two flutes. And you think, just two flutes, two fiddles, and a piano. Again, I didn't know the two fiddle players as well as I knew Tommy Whalen and Stephen. They were the flute players. But we lived in each other's houses, the Maloney's and Whalen's, and we're backwards and forwards and playing music, you know. A funny story about Stephen and Tommy Whalen. We used to visit about 2 nights a week, you know. And one night, as usual, Stephen Maloney decided he'd walk Tommy Whalen down the road to the crossroads to see him on his way home. And later on the night, about an hour had gone by, and Mrs. Maloney said, well, they're a long time. And we wondered what had happened. Well, we didn't care, but she was worried. So eventually he arrived. She said, well, where have you been, Stephen? So he said, well, we walked down to the crossroads and we were sorting out the turn of a tune. And we hadn't got it right when we got to the crossroads, so he walked me back. We still hadn't got it right, so I walked him back again. And I said, and we still hadn't sorted it out. So I said, what was the tune, Stephen? And you know, I can't remember what the tune was now itself. It was a very simple reel. But I put the cat among the pigeons, and I said, well, play it for me, see if I know it. And so he played it, and so I said, well, Stephen, I have another version of that altogether. You know, that made him more confused still, you know. But anyway, they sorted it out, and I had the later version of the same tune. But they couldn't agree about the turn of this reel, you know, and a whole hour they were walking backwards and forwards.